are you? Erik.
Sit down, Erik.
Erik, please, you got nothing to worry about.
My buddy Erik looks really great.
By the time we find Erik,
윤호래 씨가 직접 해보고 싶으시다는 얘기예요.
Welcome to the second season of my show, The Film Itself. It's been a while since I posted a video, but believe me, I wasn't lazy. I wasn't a nerve herder. I was pretty busy. I made 2 short movies.
Through very sublime gestures, I can tell her emotional state. If she's happy, sad, depressed, relaxed, witty, or thoughtful.
I made my own film magazine. The second issue should be out soon, but it's on Croatian language, so I think you won't have... let's move on. So this movie I'm about to analyze is 1, 2, Freddy, come for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. Wes Craven, the man who invented The Last House on the Left and Scream, died in this year, unfortunately. But with this movie, he created a new and innovating element inside a horror movie genre. And believe me, that's not an easy task.
So Freddy is a logo, he's a silhouette, he's an image that stands for a great experience from the 80s through 2004, which was this kind of film that began as a fan discovery.
Craven really struggled to get this movie financed. But in the end, New Line Cinema gave the money, and that was, I think, the last money they had. After the premiere, it was an enormous success, and New Line Cinema rose from the ashes like a phoenix. Craven's most innovating thing inside Elm Street is the seamless transition from the reality into a dream. The transition isn't that obvious, so the audience can't always figure out if the characters are awake or if they're asleep. Before this movie, dream transitions were fairly obvious, with the distortion of the picture or the character sleeping inside the bed and a crossfade brought them into a dream. It's needless to say that that concept was later reused so many times that everyone takes it for granted now.
Our mind continuously does this. We create and perceive our world simultaneously, and our mind does this so well that we don't even know what's happening. That allows us to get right in the middle of that process.
How?
By taking over the creating part. Now this is where I need you. You create the world of the dream.
The movie ending is very complicated. The producer, Robert Shea, wanted his magic fingers on the project, so he wanted the epilogue to show that Freddy is still alive, so a franchise could be born.
Looking good, girl.
What's going on?
Hey, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
What's going on with the window?
This decision make it really tough to grasp the resolution the movie wants to convey. The first resolution could be that Nancy didn't understand Freddy's secret, and he only acted out what she wanted to see. So he never died, and that ending shows his return. But why would Craven pay so much attention to the speech if it's not representing the truth? The second resolution could be that Nancy was right, and she conquered Freddy, and the epilogue is so obvious out of context that it diminishes the whole movie. But why would Craven leave such an ending inside the movie? The third resolution combines the two and is the most palpable one. Nancy did understand Freddy's secret, but she didn't manage to defeat him. When she says,
It's too late, Kruger. I know the secret now. This is just a dream. You're not alive. This whole thing is just a dream.
she was right. And the dream is happening from the beginning of the movie. That's why Freddy returned in the epilogue. But what she didn't understand was that the dream the audience is watching isn't hers. It's Freddy's. There are many clues that confirm that theory. 1. This is why the transition into a dream is seamless. Because everything is a dream. 2nd, the jump rope kids. They appear at the beginning of the movie and at the end of it. They tell the audience that the movie is a closed entity. 3rd, the beginning of the movie is showing the process how Freddy creates his glove. That info is put into a special rectangle because it represents a flashback. Freddy isn't burnt yet, the hands are normal. 4th, Tina tells Nancy about the creepy jump rope song, but she never tells her any lyrics of the song. Later, when Nancy is in the tub, she recites the lyrics she never heard before. 5th, locations of Nancy's nightmare include 3 buildings. Her house with the number 1428, Johnny Depp's house with the number 1419, and the school with the number 3939. All sum up into a 2-digit number, which by summing up again turns into the number 6. That is important because Freddy got his powers from dream demons from hell, which makes him an employer of the deepest circle of hell. His payment is revenge. And speaking of revenge, did you notice how the justice is always on Freddy's side? Fred Krueger is a pedophile and child murderer. He was arrested but got away on a technicality. The parents whose children he murdered eventually found him and set him on fire. While he burned to the ground, he had a visit from dream demons who gave him the power to invade dreams so he can get his revenge. So, what's the problem here? Why should he get the possibility of a revenge since he was guilty in the first place? Were his human rights attacked or his pride? No, Craven designed this movie to be in favor of the villain. And that is some scary shit.
Jennifer, your big breaking TV. Fuck the prime time, bitch.
A Nightmare on Elm Street is very successful because it shows that life is permanently tainted with horror. So, this is it, the end of the episode. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and please don't forget, this is the way the cookie crumbles. And I made my own movie. Moving on. Freddy? Fred. Wow. Moving on. Many they have. Still alive. Okay. The decision make it really tough to grasp the resolution the movie wants to convey. Head on fire. Oh, nice. Oh, I drink to that shit.